and she's the former radio DJ at Big FM. And so I know the station left about a year ago. Is that what happened?
It's been a little under a year, and they changed it to sports.
Yeah.
All sports talk. They went from great music to people who talk about a game, one game.
Yeah,
for like
forever.
a week. Yes.
That's not my cup of tea, but I guess some people.
Neither mine. It's not my cup of tea, but we wish them the best.
Yes, definitely. Well, so my first question would be, how did you get your start in radio, and did you always want to go into radio?
I was always a fanatic for radio. I was always listening to the radio. I was always really into music. I was always listening to my brother's records, and I was just fascinated by the medium of it. I listened to all kinds of shows, like you may not have heard it now, but they're still amazing, called Dr. Demento and American 1840, Kingston. So I was really into those things early on, and it was. You had Rob here with me today. I don't know if we're supposed to say that.
It's okay.
My mom was a huge inspiration for that because when I had my first summer outside of high school.
Yeah.
When I came home for the summer, my mother said, go out and get a radio internship.
Yeah.
You love radio, you're really into it. And so once I got into it, I was hooked.
Did you start up north? I read you're from New York, right?
So I grew up in Miami, did my first internship in Miami, and then went to college in Boston, did a lot of radio interning there, and then got my first real on-air job in Rochester, New York, and then I ended up in Atlanta.
Okay, and you've been here for 4 years or so?
I've been here, it'll be 19 years in October.
Okay, awesome. And so obviously you've interviewed everyone of, political figures, celebrities, musicians, athletes. Who have been some of your favorites to interview? There's a lot.
Some of my favorites to interview, well, I would say Robert Plant is one of
My brother loves him.
is one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah.
I think he was, and I've interviewed two Beatles. I've interviewed Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr over the phone.
Yeah.
But Robert Plant, I would say,
in person?
it was in person,
Yeah.
and he was one of my all-time favorites. But I have different people that are my favorites.
Yeah,
for different
all
reasons.
different genres and everything.
I also really love Lauren Hutton. You know how that is.
It should, but
Your mom knows. She is one of the original supermodels, and as a matter of fact, I just saw her on the cover of a magazine on like Talent Country, one of those where like, she's still this natural beauty.
was she in the Twiggy area?
No, she's post Twiggy.
Okay, yeah.
I think she was coming up around then. And Lauren Hutton, because she was really wacky and weird, but yet really approachable and normal.
You wouldn't expect that.
So
That's so cool. And then I read, now you're doing from CBS called Like Eats, right?
Yes.
How did that get about?
Well, I've always had a great fascination for food, and and actually that all kind of started when I was working at radio with the Atlanta Community Food Bank. We used to have chefs come in all the time.
Yeah.
They would always do this thing where you go to a restaurant, 20% of your proceeds would go, so I would get to know the chefs.
Yeah.
And so when this came along, the host and creator of the show, Steak Shapiro, who works at a sports station, is an old friend of
My
mine.
dad,
Okay, he's an old friend of mine, and he said, "Are you interested in coming on the show?" And it was a real natural fit for me. And I'm that kind of person who will.
Going around for a restaurant.
But I'm that kind of person who will spend the 30 minutes looking up a top there.
Yeah,
what I
give
do.
a perfect one.
Yes. Yes.
Does it come on air now, or is it more in the fall?
It is on air now. It's on Saturdays on Peachtree TV at 10:30 and at noon on CBS Atlanta. And I will be on more of the show probably in season 3. I just did season 2.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm only on a handful of episodes, but I think they were
There'll
like,
be more coming up in the future.
yeah, I think they were just sort of testing me out.
Yeah. See how they like did it turn out well.
I think so. I hope so.
Yeah, my dad said he'd seen you on TV. I was like, okay, well, I'll have to ask you about that. And then I read that you have been to the White House several times for Kennedy Center honors and other events. Is that one of the highlights in your career? I assume because that's amazing.
Okay, here's what's interesting about that. I went to the White House last weekend.
Yeah, I saw that.
I've been to the Kennedy Center honors twice. My brother has a big job there. I wrote about it on my blog. But it's so weird how like I had this great career in radio.
Yeah.
And it was really rough kind of leaving radio because it wasn't my choice.
Yeah, definitely.
And I love it still and I miss it. But in this year, we were in this 8 months. So many exciting things
Opportunities
have happened.
Yeah.
So I going to the White House was probably one of the most magical, unbelievable experience. I mean, you can't to be able to meet. And I wrote about this.
Yeah.
Forget about just, but even like taking politics aside.
Yeah.
You take out politics to be able to meet a sick president, a first lady, and to be walking around the White House. It was an out of body experience.
That's so cool. So what was the most recent event you were for?
That was it was called it was the Ford Theater Congressional Medal of Honor. It is honored every year. It's a nonpartisan event, which is a benefit. It's like a philanthropic event for Ford Theater. And so Condoleezza Rice was honored, and Bill Russell, famous basketball player and coach, was honored.
Okay, so sounds incredible, obviously.
It was, it was just being in the White House, seeing all the security, and then, you have that, I would say it was maybe 90 seconds with the president.
Yeah, but that's a really long time.
Yes.
Like, for that, I mean, that's crazy. That's a long time to be right with the president.
Yes.
Would you say DC is one of your favorite places to travel for your career, or what's your favorite place you've been?
I would say that's a great question. I would say my favorite place to travel for fun is definitely San Francisco.
Yeah.
It's funny, we're in San Francisco.
Yeah,
Just so happens over there. But I love San Francisco for the food.
Yeah.
I love a food town. But I really love Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlanta is my favorite city.
I was gonna lead into probably my last question about what are just some of your favorite things to do in Atlanta, whether it's in restaurants or shopping, or just what are your favorite spots?
Well, besides the food, we covered that because I love that.
Yeah.
I love the Atlanta dining scene, but I also love the neighborhoods and the people. So I was walking this morning, you saw me on Twitter. I mentioned this morning, and how I was walking around and everyone's walking their dogs, and people are in a great mood, people are drinking their coffee, and the best part of Atlanta is the people, the climate, and the culture.
You have a little bit of everything.
You have a
No
little
matter
bit of
what you like,
yes.
what you want to do, like something to do with sports or culture, entertainment. I feel like there's something for everyone.
Yes, so I really love this city, and I love the art.
Yeah, exactly.
And the Beltline.
Yes.
I love it.
Well, I think it's a good ending place. So thank you, Sarah.
Our pleasure.
Thank you.